Alright, everybody. It's Jay and Candy versus the world, finally. Candy is joining us on the show, which, of course, we haven't had very many episodes because we've been playing the shit out of Battlefield 3 and not even fucking making any videos because it's too much fun. This episode, ps4 versus xbox motherfucking 1. Pros, cons, what you want to know, what you don't want to know, but we're going to fucking tell you anyway. Just good advice for making an informed decision on your next console. Or not getting a console would be even nicer. But,
yeah. Probably be a good idea.
Yeah. Alright. So I watched the other day the two reveal conferences for Xbox and PlayStation. Watching them back to back, stark, insane, ridiculous differences between them. Xbox was, of course, about TV, as you all know by now. It was ridiculous, nothing really about video games at all. PlayStation was fucking insane. 2 hours. I skipped through the games at the end because I'd already seen some of the trailers, and yeah, a lot. And all games, pretty much. Fucking everything is about games. But differences between them, good things, bad things. Let's start with the bad. Xbox One. Bad.
Well, the name itself is bad. It's lack of creativity.
The name itself
the code name would have been better than that.
Wasn't it? It was Infinite, wasn't it?
I don't
Xbox Infinite or something? Yeah. Way better than One, as somebody said. Yeah, Xbox One is a stupid idea.
It's the prequel to all Xboxes.
Prequel to all Xboxes. Yeah, that's might as well be what it is. Of course, the stupid name is about everything all in one. Your table box, your everything. All in one.
Your fantasy football league.
Fantasy
football league. Game.
All in one, yeah. Make sure you keep up with your fantasy football because every gamer in the world is really fucking into fantasy football.
There are people.
Yeah.
A few.
A few.
Not many, but.
Yeah. Then I love the games at the end of the Xbox conference were, I'm pretty sure, FIFA, a football game, then a huge fucking trailer for Call of Duty. And that's just fucking... You might want to have thrown...
But they were more obsessed with the dog from Call of Duty than Call of Duty itself, because the dog is the important part.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that dog. It's rendered glory right there. Was the big deal. But Xbox next time, you might want to throw an exclusive in there, because that's what wins these wars, for the most part. But
they still have Halo. They're gonna mooch off of that for the rest of time.
That's
gonna be their thing.
Yeah.
Is Halo.
You still got Halo, and no chance it's gonna be exactly like the last one and the one before that, and maybe even the one before that. But there you go. You got Halo. But big thing, of course, is their big old spy cam system, known as the Xbox Kinect 2. Today I just learned, I was a lot more mad about this before, but apparently you can turn it off.
How off is off?
How off is off, of course, because you can turn the console off as well, and it's not really fucking off. Of course, neither is the PlayStation, really. Neither of them are really ever off.
Yeah, but PlayStation isn't necessarily listening to you when you talk.
Yes, PlayStation is not listening to every
It's not
word.
Tracking any heart rates or anything like that.
Yeah, it's not tracking heart rates. It's not...
recognizing faces.
Yeah.
Charging you for how many people in the room when you're in a movie.
Yeah. Beware of renting movies on your Xbox, because you'll probably be charged for every single motherfucker in the room.
Or every time you change your facial look, every time you frown, that's a new person. Every time you smile, oh, that's a new person. Sorry, there goes 20 more bucks.
And as one nice meme showed it, don't have the Last Supper picture above you, because all them motherfuckers will be different people too.
Oh, yes. You can't pause or you can't skip adverts. They will pause it when you leave the room. Sorry.
Yeah.
You have to watch those.
Yeah, great stuff with the Xbox for that. And of course, in all reality, Xbox One, it's not as hardware goes, it's not as good as the PS4. We all know that. PS4 whooped their ass with that GDDR5 shit. I mean, that's it. Fucking end game right there. PS4 is going to be better hardware-wise. Of course, Xbox still has that money they can throw around to make developers say that it's really hard to develop for the PlayStation.
Like Skyrim.
Yeah.
That fiasco.
Yeah.
They pull that shit again, and I will never buy another Bethesda game.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
Yeah. Not too happy with some of those decisions. But yeah, everything seems to be all right to develop for now. I'm sure some excuse will come up, and no money will be traded hands there, but yeah, something might happen. Of course, Xbox Universal Spy Cam, which apparently you can turn off. Don't trust that.
Gotta put a cover over that now.
Yeah. Next time, just make it an option. I mean, that's the thing about it. If it was an option, there'd be no problem with it. But a thing about webcams and microphones that are on all the time with the console with Wi-Fi, those can be accessed by anybody at any time. Your Xbox is never off. Reiterate, your Xbox is never off completely. You can download things in the background. That means it can be accessed. Sorry. And your shit can be looked at 24/7.
But you gotta watch that voice on and off control thing too. Don't piss off your girlfriend. She'll come in and turn off your game. Don't piss off your wife. She'll send your kids in to come turn off your game.
Yeah. The nice
gotta control that.
Tell your Xbox to turn off is going to be fun with everybody else in your household. So.
Oh, your friend's losing on a multiplayer? Well, there goes your winning.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of ridiculous stuff with the Xbox. Hardware-wise and software-wise, as far as history of Microsoft and what they have put into the Xbox. Of course, they made it to where it's your fucking cable box and your gaming system and your internet browser, all that shit. When Microsoft does shit like that, expect compatibility issues. You might not be able to replace your cable box with it because it's not compatible.
Or that channel didn't buy into that deal. That company didn't agree with that.
Yeah. Expect that shit. Do not expect it to work the way they say. They always say it will work.
That could cause a cable issue. Oh, you have Dish? Yeah, Dish didn't do it. DirecTV did.
Yeah.
Sorry. Gotta switch to that one. There's more money.
Yeah.
Cancellation
should
fee.
expect that kind of stuff because that is very normal with Microsoft. And also expect, they talked about a passive cooling. It's not going to be loud, and that's why it's a big box. It's got passive cooling. With all that shit in the big black box even, expect overheat. Expect your red ring of death. It will most likely come back. That shit will probably happen again. Don't take my word on it, but,
Well, how many things can it do at once before it dies if Xbox 360 couldn't even handle playing a game for a couple hours at a time?
Yeah, good point. If it can't handle games alone in the last generation, how's it going to handle all the shit in the world on this generation? It's just fucking ridiculous. Yeah. And Windows 8. Part of Windows 8 will be in the Xbox.
Which they already had to patch for PC, so expect that to be fun.
Yeah, Windows 8 is not popular, if you don't know already. I won't put it on my computer. I got Windows 7. I like it. And another thing about Windows operating system in general that you should know. I play on PC. I built PCs for years and years and years. Windows as an operating system over time slows down unless you reformat it and go back to redo everything. It will slow down over time. Don't know if that'll happen with Xbox, but it's something that you should think about because it is a very large possibility if they're using a version of Windows 8. Other than that, both systems have onboard PVRs, like your Hot Pog. You can record while you're playing, then just upload when you're done. With PlayStation, you have the share button, which is whatever.
Which is an annoyance because when you don't want to post something in the middle of the game and then you end up doing it,
Yeah.
someone's going to comment and it's going to interrupt your game. I can see that happening.
Yeah, accidentally sharing in the middle of a fucking Call of Duty match or something and getting your ass killed. That might suck. But,
wouldn't that have the potential to lag Call of Duty out since you can lag Call of Duty out with Facebook now?
oh yeah, you could probably lag the shit out of your friends with that. Yeah, just fucking spam that share button, and I'm sure that's going to do some crazy shit to Call of Duty. Also, as far as that goes, PlayStation has just the PVR and upload, it seems, right now. So you just upload your gameplay straight to YouTube, which, you know, YouTubers aren't really going to like. They like to edit on their own software, on their computer, throw some shit in, take some shit out, that kind of stuff.
A few people are trying to cover up their hacking. That's what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, some people try to cover up their hacking with that. But Xbox will, one positive thing about Xbox, they say they are going to have editing software built in too, as well as the PVR. So you will be able to edit on your Xbox, then upload, apparently. Whether that editing software is going to be good or not, whether you're going to like it, that's, you know, different story. But it is there,
It'll be Microsoft
unlike
editing.
PlayStation.
It'll work flawlessly.
Oh, yeah. Everything Microsoft makes works flawlessly. I think both have an instant play feature. You turn the console off, you come back, and start playing again.
Not that I care about any of that, but...
I mean, it's a cool thing, but it's not necessary in the least. A lot of the shit they're making is really not necessary in the least. Like controlling your TV shit for the Xbox, not necessary.
There are TVs being made that do that
Yeah.
themselves. Samsung has one where you can change the channel by flicking it or whatever. Apple's working on one. Xbox supposedly beat Apple. We'll see how that goes when Apple's actually works and
Yeah.
Xbox doesn't.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you can buy TVs that do that. So don't let that be the deciding factor for your gaming console. You can buy a TV that'll do all that bullshit. Probably work better.
probably
and
more.
make your game console last longer because it's not doing as much shit.
In theory.
The more shit you add, the less of a good console it will be. Simple. Just build components, operating system, games. That's all you fucking need. When they complicate everything, it just gets worse.
Well, you need good games.
You need good games too. PlayStation. We'll just move on to PlayStation right now for a little bit.
Kick on.
Games. Their conference was fucking ridiculous. Just game after game. Good game. Exclusive games, which Xbox did fail to really talk. They said there's some in the mix, but didn't show any. Of course, they're saying everything's going to be going on at E3, which it could be, and whatever. But, you know, you still have all the hardware stuff and, you know, everything else taken into account. But really, at this point, if you're an Xbox fan, you should probably be thinking, do I want to play another fucking Halo? Maybe another Gears?
I heard Gears was over, though.
I heard Gears was over too, but I don't know because I don't play on Xbox. Of course, you're gonna see us and, you know, bias. We have PlayStation 3s.
I have no bias. I will play Xbox. I will not buy Xbox. I will play it, but I will
She
not buy
plays
it.
Xbox every now and then. I used to with my buddies. I've actually owned, funny enough, that I thought about the other day, I have owned both an Xbox 360 and an Xbox. Both of them I owned for about a month. a piece, and I got the Xbox 360 as a graduation present. Could not, because it just came out. Couldn't fucking rent games for it because the rental companies couldn't get shit for it yet. And so I gave it back after a month because it didn't have a Blu-ray player. It was worthless box in my house. I gave it back to him. I said, hey, it's too much money. You have fun with it. You know, whatever. I wasn't going to buy the games. Then he gave me his Xbox. I use that. All my buddies are Xbox. So when I play PlayStation, you know, I just play with her. You know, me and her against the world. Thus the title of our channel and everything. But yeah, I play mainly now on PC. Just got her into PC. PC is what I started on back in the day, really. I mean, yeah, I had an Atari. I had
See,
a
now
Nintendo.
that's where we reveal my bias. I started PlayStation.
Yeah, she started PlayStation.
So.
She's been a PlayStation person her whole life. I started, you know, when I was a kid, yeah, I had an Atari. Then I had a Nintendo. Then after that, the next one I had, I bought, my sisters bought a PlayStation 1. I bought an N64. After that, the next console I had bought was a PS3. Between those two things, I was all PC all the time. Didn't even touch my N64 forever. But yeah, a little bit of bias here, but I think from even what most of you have probably seen on the internet, the Xbox is probably not going to be a good idea.
Not game-wise.
Yeah. Another thing, CD keys. If you don't know what that is, it's a
code they're
term
gonna give you.
from back in the day when games came on CDs, not, you know, DVDs and then
Blu-ray.
Blu-ray.
PlayStation's case.
Yeah, on PlayStation's case. Blu-ray on Xbox's case. Whatever the hell they use. Not Blu-ray.
Are they going to use it now since they actually...
Yes, they actually have a Blu-ray player now on the Xbox. A little, you know, about 10 years too late, but they do actually fucking have it now. But yeah, weird. Yeah, the Xbox, they have CD keys, which is you have your game locked into your account forever. As of now, not even on PC do they have game transfer systems where you can buy a game, play it, and give it to somebody else through a system. They need it. I made a video about it yesterday. Well, actually today, but I'm going to upload this tomorrow. But, yeah, no transfer system yet. So once you have your game, that is it. It is yours. You're fucked.
Well, that's not true. They're trying to negotiate a buyback thing with GameStop or something, but you have to give up your code, give up all your saves and achievements and everything. You will not be able to play that game again. They will sell that code to someone else. At least that's the going theory. And they can play it as if they just got it and they bought it. But there's no telling how much they're going to charge for that. Then they're going to charge you to even buy back that code. It's sounding more like a hassle than a good idea.
Yeah. Lots of fees, lots of red tape. Lots of stuff like that, if they even do it. GameStop's days are numbered. Seriously. If they don't start getting themselves out of business soon, and
liquidate that
they
shit.
are going to have a bad time whenever the game companies and the gaming systems force them out of business with nothing. But yeah, everything's going to download, which is, you know, I'm on PC. I've dealt with this for years. It's not that big of a deal. If you're scared of it, don't be. It's not that big of a deal. The problem is now the competition isn't as much there as it was when Origin first came out. Steam and Origin would fight and just drop the shit out of their prices.
For console, there is no competition. They don't compete like that. If
Yeah.
they would, it would work in their favor. However, they won't.
Yeah, if they fought like Origin and Steam do, you would see some cool.
But that would also
fucking
be a
prices
deciding
for a
factor
little
for PlayStation. Oh, on PlayStation Network, they're $10 cheaper. But then say Xbox is cheaper, then you have to go buy an Xbox because there's that price war.
Yeah.
But it could be a selling feature.
Yeah, it would be a cool thing to see price wars between them because it'd all be good for us.
Not
we
with
get games
this
for cheap.
PlayStation Plus members crap or some Xbox Live members crap. Straight up competition. Straight up, oh, this one's going to be cheaper for general users, not special members of any bullshit club thing, whatever you want to say it is.
Yeah. Yeah, so with that system, I mean, you're going to buy games new and pretty much only new. I mean, that's about the way it is. Unless they make a system where you can take your game you buy and sell it for cheaper to somebody else. Everybody's going to be buying their games new. That means paying.
Or trade in for Microsoft points or PlayStation value or something. Say you don't like it, trade it back in.
Yeah,
trade it for a different game.
Unless they start shit like that, you're going to be paying full price for every game from now on. Which, if Battlefield 4 is any indication, is going to start being $70. So,
gotta make up for that new console.
Fun with that fucking bullshit. Give it a few years, you'll be paying $100 for a game if we don't fucking start putting our foots down about that shit. But that's different.
Video.
Yeah. But yeah, Xbox region locked, which is stupid at this point. Why we're not a world society by now, I don't even know, but that's different stuff.
That kind of comes in on the cable box thing. In Canada, they don't think that their companies are going to team up with that yet, so it works in the U.S., but Canada, yeah, you don't get that, and probably other markets in other countries too, so that cable feature is useless for you.
Yeah. The cable feature in general is just going to be...
Well, that's true, but...
it's just not going to fucking work. You guys might think it will. It won't. I'm just saying it now. I could be wrong. I have been in the past, but it's not going to work, in my opinion. It's not worth hundreds of dollars in risk for it so that you can have Halo.
Logically speaking, what cable company wants to team up with that and lose that rental fee for the cable box?
Yeah.
Lose that extra subscription stuff. Maybe they'll give you 5, 10 basic channels. They're not going to give you everything. Maybe sports. Probably sports. That's going to be their big selling point, but nothing else.
Yeah. Of course, back to PS4, they are going to have the touchscreen in the middle of the controller.
Which is stupid. It's stupid. I hate it. I hate the new controller.
She hates it.
Absolutely tired of all this touchscreen shit. It's the Wii U on PlayStation, and that destroys it for me. The only reason I considered PC. I hate the new controller.
Yeah. It's weird. It's different. It's different than Xbox. Xbox is completely the same. I don't like Xbox's controller before.
I have a dog that sits in my lap. If a touchscreen is in my fucking hand, the dog is going to hit it. It's going to kill me. I'm going to get pissy, and that screen's going to go into... Or the controller's going to go into the fucking screen of the TV, and that's going to be that. I hate the fucking touchscreen, okay?
Yeah. But apparently, PlayStation's going to have all these integrated apps and shit. Both of them are, really. They're going to be integrated with fucking everything. Just upload shit to the internet constantly. Annoy your friends with it. That kind of shit.
They'll create virtual harassment. That's what they're going to create.
Virtual harassment. Just fucking ridiculous. Of course, we all know, well, most of you might not, about PlayStation's patent to put advertisements in games. We're probably going to see that soon. Xbox will probably see something similar.
Really, how bad is that, though? I don't mind. It's whatever. As long as it's not 2-minute ads. If it's like, 45 seconds and under, okay. Minute on, that's a bit much.
If you're paying only $30 for a game, are you going to complain? I don't think so. But yeah, mainly I'd say multiplayer games in between matches, little ad down the corner, and it's going to hurt anything.
The best part about PlayStation, though, is the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games being brought into their cloud thing. Because that means you get access to, I think they're trying to put all previous games that they've made onto that. So any of your favorite childhood games, Spyro, Crash, Legend of Dragoon is a random one. We have the completely obscure Prism, Chapter 1, The Dark Unicorn, or whatever the hell it was I was looking the other day. Obscure random games that you wanted to play but you can't find, that'll be on there. No backwards compatibility disc-wise, but you can download it and play it all again, and really, you're not going to use as much time beating it this time around as you did the first time, so it's going to be more of a nostalgia thing than challenge, but it'll be nice to have that ability to play those, whereas with Xbox, you don't get your backwards compatibility at all.
Yeah, and even if they do make, you know, you can download older games, I mean, how long has Xbox been around? How many franchises have they had? You're going to have a bunch of fucking Halo. That's all you're going to have.
And Gears.
And Gears.
Gears.
PlayStation, you go back to PS1, PS2, they have a lot of fucking old games you can play, which is awesome because you can pick them up for like $5-10 and play a lot, because some of the old PlayStation games were fucking long as
There's like
hell.
12 fucking Spyro games. You have all the Final Fantasies. Legend of Dragoon was 4 discs long. You have all the Crash games. I don't even know how many of those there were. I mean, they had a Crash Spyro crossover.
Yeah.
You got a lot of PlayStation exclusives that you can go to.
Yeah. And a lot of new ones. The guy who made Crash Bandicoot, of course, is making his game. I forget what it's called right now.
It's gonna suck.
Yeah, it's probably gonna suck. I didn't like the look of it very much. I mean, it might be awesome, but I didn't like the look of it very much. But I'm more of a shooter kind of guy. I like my Battlefields.
I've just lost faith in games.
Like Call of Duty, but yeah, it's when it really comes down to it. At the end of the day, PlayStation 4 is more of a gaming console. You're going to be gaming on it. It's going to be fucking badass. Better hardware. You can go back and play all your PS1, PS2 games, PS3 games, really, if you download them again. But, you know, you probably have, well, I guess if you're an Xbox person, you probably don't have the PS3 games. But, you know, you can download them if you came from Xbox to PlayStation, which, if you're going to stick with consoles, I encourage you to do. I really don't think you're going to be satisfied with the Xbox One. Don't. I mean, I wouldn't get it. Of course, I gave up all the other Xboxes I've ever owned after a month of having them. But what I would say, because all the consoles seem to be going to the PC type of system, if you are into shooters, and that is pretty much all you play, move to PC.
Oh, there is that cross gameplay that PlayStation's trying to work on, though. Cross console play. You play against PC, and you're on PlayStation, disadvantage.
Yeah. PlayStation has been working on that for a while. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I'm not, you know, a programmer by any means, but I don't think it'll be that hard. Ziva is in the background right now. But I don't think it's going to be that hard to really connect the PlayStation people to the PC people, or the Xbox people for that matter.
But Xbox is not open to it.
Xbox will not do that. They like to steal your money, so they want you to only have an Xbox and only play against Xbox people, because that's the way Xbox is.
Just like they only want you to have DLC for Skyrim on Xbox.
Yeah.
That's another bone of contention of mine. But
yeah. But yeah, so PlayStation, you might have that option to be playing against PC people eventually. And of course, if you are on PC, you may have the option to play against PS3 people eventually, which means in a shooter, you will have a fucking distinct advantage.
Even I would have a distinct advantage, and I'm not very good.
And mouse. Big deal against console players. Of course, you know, if you're really good with consoles, whatever. But
you're closer to the screen. Your reaction time is up. You could probably handle.
Be warned, anybody on PlayStation or Xbox ever decides to do it, if you're going up against people on PC, you're probably going to get fucking slaughtered. I mean, PC is a step up because we just have complete customizability of our controls. We have whole fucking keyboard to switch around to whatever we want, memorize it, a mouse to fucking look with. I mean, it's fucking insane. I would suggest, if you're not into the platform games, you know, the action adventure, which some action adventures on PC, and I get that, but if you're into MMOs and shooters, it's probably about time to switch to PC. these consoles, they say they're not going to be fucking expensive. I'd say they're going to be fucking expensive. I mean, they are.
Amazon priced them for pre-order at £600. I don't know what that translates to.
£600
in our money, but that's what I was reading the other day.
Folks, that's about $900. That is $900.
Don't know how reliable that source was, but I was reading it the other day.
She was reading it the other day. If they charge that much for these consoles, build a PC. You can build it for the same price, and it'll be way fucking better. You might not be able to sit in your fucking living room and play it.
One thing they have not announced, though, is whether or not you'll be paying for internet access on the Xbox. So there's that ray of hope for them. But they
Xbox Live will still cost money.
They also have not said if PlayStation is going to charge anyone. That's to be determined
for PlayStation
as well.
Plus, yeah, they are still determining that. I doubt they will. That's the big edge they have over Xbox. I mean, now they have a lot more edge over Xbox. Well, that's a big one they had. Of course, consoles had a big edge over PC
if they get
without
rid of
CD
the charging
keys.
for the Xbox, a
Yeah.
lot more people will go to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's up in the air still. But at this point, unless you're really big into the console games, the exclusives, I would really suggest, mainly because I just want more people to play with, but I would suggest going to PC.
Or if you're doing console, PS3, because hopefully they'll have that cross-platform play.
Going to stick with console, I would highly suggest PS3. I mean, E3 could change everything, but I don't think it will.
In which case, he'll be eating his words in the new video
Yeah.
because I'll kind of think it's funny. But
Yeah, she will be ripping all over me if Xbox ends up being fucking awesome at E3.
not that
Or
I would buy one.
PlayStation ends up kicking themselves in the face by making the PlayStation Eye a mandatory always on thing and big security risk like the Xbox Connect is, which it is. Don't let them fool you. It is. So yeah, I mean, that's about it. PC or PS4. That's really it. If you're sticking with Xbox, then you must really like Halo and Gears, because that's about all you're gonna get.
And you really ought to consider changing your vocabulary a lot, because you gotta watch out for those disturbing verbiage, felony charges. So you might not talk about anything even remotely violent, like threatening to kill little 12-year-olds when they piss you off. I would not do that because they'll charge you with a felony. So you might not want to go there.
Yeah, remember, no matter what Xbox says about their security, the government can listen to anything they want whenever they want, period. So if they hear you say something they don't like, expect the SWAT team to be kicking down your motherfucking door.
And you gotta watch for that new amendment they're trying to introduce on your privacy matters. That new amendment could change a whole lot when it comes to your webcam and stuff that's in your little Xbox. So gotta watch for that.
Yeah. Security issues with the Xbox is really one of the main things about this. If you get an Xbox, after all this, it's still just a big old fanboy, you want to stick your dick in it, I don't know. Unplug it when you're not using it. Unfucking plug it from the power. If it don't have power, it can't go online. It can't listen to you. Seriously. But I would just not getting it. I mean, that's
if you like your freedom, just don't do
it. If you like your freedom, don't get it.
However, if you like the idea of going to jail for saying something stupid that you didn't even think of, or if you're partying rather, and you said something stupid, you go to jail, that's fine. Just remember it's Xbox's fault, not, anyone else's.
Yeah.
Well, yours. But.
Well, yours for buying it. But
it's also Xbox.
Remember, they can set that thing up to listen for anything. So when they hear... Yeah, they can set it to listen for that.
Don't own any fish.
Yeah, don't own any fish, because that sound is universal.
SWAT team will be coming to your house to confiscate that fish tank, so gotta watch for that.
Yeah. But yeah, that's about it. I mean, E3 will tell us more, but so far PlayStation's got all the games. Barely any security risks so far.
Xbox has the Call of Duty dog. They
Xbox
have the dog.
The Call of Duty dog.
You can't play it. As awesome as that would be to go around ripping people's throats out with the dog. but you can't.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But, not exactly an exclusive to Xbox either. So, yeah, I mean,
That's true.
That's the end of it. You have PlayStation, lots of exclusives already that they have announced
Not
and
region
shown
locked.
you that are not region locked and not on the Kinect. Because we all know you love waving your arms around like a fucking retard to play a game instead of using a fucking controller.
I'm just saying, if you have a girlfriend, kids, a wife that gets angry, you might want to watch that Kinect and that voice control for turning it on and off or coming in and waving around and fucking up your game. You might want to watch that.
Yeah.
Not all women are cool. So.
Yeah, because remember, you saw that guy pulling your screen in and out. Your wife could just walk in and be like,
Yeah. Not all women
Xbox.
understand.
Go to Lifetime Movie Network.
That would actually be hilarious, but.
That would be. But, yeah, so, beware of Xbox. I mean, if you really have that much of a boner for it, go for it. But my suggestion, if you like console gaming that much, go with the PS4. Seriously. If you want to step it up a level and get with the real gaming, PC. You can build one build a real fucking insane gaming system for $900. So, I mean,
which is what maybe the consoles will
might
cost.
be what the consoles cost. So, and don't listen to EA, who I think is the one who said that.
No, it wasn't EA.
It wasn't EA. All right, never mind. Don't
listen to the
Don't
small
get
gamer
angry.
company that's making
Do
some
not
random
get angry
War
at me.
Thunder game or some stupid shit that says that PS4 is better than any PC.
PS4 is not and will never be better than any PC. They are saying that because you can go to Walmart and buy a $200 PC, and you know what? PS4 is going to whoop its ass. But any gaming rig that costs as much as the PS3 is going to be better, most likely.
By probably a lot.
By probably a lot, yeah. So don't listen to that shit, and don't listen to NVIDIA being all butthurt about PlayStation not using their shit in their console. Here's the thing. AMD and Radeon are cheaper than Intel and NVIDIA. And you get more bang for your buck, in my opinion. I use AMD and Radeon in my systems. I get a lot more for my money with that. And that's why PS4 decided to use them. And so NVIDIA is going around saying that PS4 is just a complete piece of shit and it'll never stand up to anything. It will. It's not horrible. But no, it is not better than your PC. So, yeah, PC or PS4. We've rambled on. It's almost 40 minutes now. Way too long of a video. So, Jane Candy.
And the bright side, you have boobs. We all have boobs.
Boobs. So, that is all. Have a good time. Don't get an Xbox.